Hey guys, welcome back to another week of Autastic, your comedian's guide to autism. My name is Kirk Smith, and my co-host and friend who's on a boat instead of me being on a boat, Yahoo!
Yeah, Graham K. What's up, everybody? I am on a boat. I am currently on the deck because I only get internet on the deck, so I'm outside. I'm in Alaska. It's raining. I'm looking at a gondola, people going up this mountain. I saw a bald eagle.
Hey.
I have ADD, so it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to look at all this beautiful nature. I think also there's been a lot of noise. I think there's a plane taking off somewhere. I don't know if you guys hear that.
Beautiful nature, but also you feel like you're performing in Canada's backyards. You're like, oh yeah.
It is funny that like Alaska just looks like Canada, and all these Americans are going on a cruise to go look at what I grew up with. So
it's so funny.
But it is nice, yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's funny. It's like cold, and so it's like it's summer, and our boat's going north. It's like we're going the wrong way. I think we're going the wrong way.
This is the only time you can go up there.
Yeah.
I don't think you could convince Americans to go on a cruise to Alaska in December. That would be a tough sell.
Yeah,
tough sell.
Totally.
Oh man, that's funny. Shows are going good. You're saying there's a lot of families with disabled loved ones on this cruise. Is that right? Did I understand?
There
that
are.
Right?
There's a few. Yeah, it's very nice, very sweet to see. But I'm doing little bits here and there of my one-man show about growing up with a brother with autism, and so I kind of get in my head that they're on a cruise, they're there to have fun, and then they sit down and watch a comedy show, and there's a guy talking about autism, and it's like, I just worry. My act is, it's about love. It's like this podcast. It's about love. It's about, I would never make fun of my brother. I would just never do it. I would never make fun of people who have a disability. That's insane. But I have done this act before on a cruise ship, and like one lady complained. She's like, I have a grandson who has autism, and I got fired. So that's like in the back of my head.
But
the
respectfully,
whole time I'm up there.
You wouldn't be yourself if you weren't worried about something. So that's good.
That's true. Honestly, it felt good to hear that just now because my therapist is on vacation. So I kind of it's nice to be on the phone with somebody being like, yeah, you worry a lot. It's fine.
You do worry a lot, honestly.
Yeah. Why be happy when you could worry? That's my motto.
That's so funny. What's that Mark Twain quote about worrying about things that haven't happened? You know what I'm talking about?
Don't borrow from the future's problems or something?
No. That's a proverb from the Bible.
Oh, because you said that to me once, and I was like, I like that.
I
guess there are some good stuff in that Bible of yours.
I do quote the Bible to you sometimes. It's something like, I've worried about so many things, and some of which have actually happened. Yeah. Anyway.
Right. You've heard about some. Yeah. Totally.
I had a pretty good week. I was in Iceland. I got off a ship, and I did speaking of autism, I did a show in Iceland on land. And it was interesting. It was very, very interesting. We were in Reykjavik, which I think is 150,000 people, little town, little city.
Right.
I think Brooklyn's got 2.5 million, maybe. And it was very interesting. You walk around the whole thing in one day. And I did a show for Andy Haynes. Shout out to Andy. Helped me set this up, gave me the contacts, and it was interesting. I did some autism material, and the autism material worked maybe some of the best at all of the material. So
right, that's good.
Yeah, it was interesting. We had a.
They're a very direct people who don't like making eye contact, so maybe they understood.
Well, there was the guy before me who did not have autism did a couple of autism jokes which were not well received and made me, a little uncomfortable. But
Yeah.
and then right after he did the jokes on stage out loud, goes, I probably shouldn't have done those. But then I didn't say, because your headliner was going to talk about it. He just, that was kind of between me and him. But then everybody else looked at each other like, I guess he shouldn't have done those. But
he knew that you were going to talk about autism?
Yes.
And he did those jokes anyway?
Yes.
What a jerk.
He forgot, I think. No, he forgot. I think he forgot.
Oh.
So.
Well,
but,
also, they were like in poor taste? Like the jokes were mean?
Just, when the punchline is, oh, he has autism. It's like, that's never. If the
Yeah,
punchline is, you have autism, and the person doesn't have autism, that's not great.
Yeah. No, it's not great at all. All it is a way to, it's a coded way to say the R word.
Exactly.
It's the new R word, and it's really insulting. And I understand how a lot of high functioning people with autism are like, don't call me autistic. And there's they have a big campaign against that,
right.
And I totally get that side of it.
That's where that comes from. Yeah.
Totally, yeah. Guys like that, stupid comedians like that. Man, there's something worse than bad
It's not even
comedy.
stupid. They're just not good at it. It takes a long time to get good at comedy. They're clumsy. I don't think they're as malicious as they are just bad at it. Yeah, it's just a mistake. And if you're listening to this, buddy, I'm pulling for you. I think you had a couple of good things in there that were funny, but that joke needed a little bit of help. Which we've all been there. All made, comedy's very, very hard. One of my favorite things.
I've been good from the very beginning.
One of my favorite things to do when somebody bombs is, and if I'm next, and I go up to absolute silence, I go, listen, guys, comedy's hard. And I always get a big laugh.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the quote. I've lived through some terrible things in my life, some of which have actually happened. Oh, it's so great for Graham.
Yeah. Yeah.
But don't. The Bible quote is, "Don't borrow any trouble from tomorrow. Each day has enough trouble of its own." Yeah,
it's true.
So keep doing keep doing the cruise stuff. I think it's gonna be great. Now, did you hear from Peter this week? How's Pete doing?
I have not heard from Peter this week, but because I'm on this cruise ship. But he has left me some very adorable text messages.
I like it.
Yeah, so he can't call me because the internet's bad on this ship. So I get, Dear Berserko, it's Big Boss. Well, now that I have your attention, go capture me a cop. A cop? ? Which one? ? I don't care which one. Just do it. Right, Big Boss. Ha 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 ha. Berserko, you nitwit. Where are you? From Big Boss. Then a big ha 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 from him. And I write back, sorry, Uncle Big Boss. I'm on a cruise ship. And the internet doesn't always work. He goes, I see.
This is really bad, but what show is this from?
Oh, it's from a show that no one listening to this podcast knows. It's a Canadian cartoon.
Okay, I feel better. I'm like, I don't remember this at all.
From the 90s.
Okay.
Yeah, so let me see if I can pull up. He left me a voicemail once.
Hello, Berserko, it's Big Boss. Hello, Uncle Big Boss. How are you doing? I'm doing fine, nephew. Now that I have your attention, go capture me a cop. A cop? A cop? Which one? I don't care which one. Just do it. Right, Big Boss.
Hi, Graham. It's just Peter. How are you doing? Well, if you get this message, you can call back whenever you can, or you can call back on the WhatsApp. We'll see.
That's the man, the myth, the legend, and I'm getting a lot of. That's the thing with Peter is those early '90s cartoons that everyone else forgotten. He's like a time capsule.
He remembers them. It's great.
He keeps their memory alive. Cops, a Canadian cartoon that I think only had 8 episodes before it got canceled, and also Biker Mice from Mars. Just really loves Biker Mice from Mars. They tried to capitalize on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle craze, and they're like a discount Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, I love it.
He's obsessed with them. He's totally obsessed.
They found their demographic in Pete. He loves it. He couldn't love it anymore.
Yeah. 30 years later.
Oh, that's terrific.
How's JJ doing?
Yeah, good. We had a call yesterday. He's got an aide who works with him off and on. The summer is tough. There's people filling in. It's Swedish summer,
Yeah.
a lot of vacations. And
Sure.
so I got a call from, it looks like a Viking man yesterday, big full beard, arm tattoos. And
Yep.
JJ's had a good day, which is like the juxtaposition is hilarious. It'd be perfect for like a Pixar movie, you know what I mean? You see,
Yeah.
you see this guy who looks like he's going to lead you to Valhalla, and instead he's like, your disabled son is happy today.
That's nice.
So he's good, I think.
I'm glad he's happy.
He's doing good. His car's still running. His little blue rally car still running.
Nice.
We haven't been able to take him. Last time I was there, 3 weeks ago, instead of taking him swimming, we took him to the waterfalls, which was, the waterfall in Sweden is chilly in the summer. It's probably similar latitude to Alaska. We are up there 4 hours north of Stockholm. You go to Stockholm and then you drive another 500 miles north, see how cold it is. But 300 miles. But he's doing good. He's plugging away.
He went back to the waterfalls? Because I remember that was a big thing for him.
Yeah, I took him back. A long-time listeners know I've taken him a couple times. Nobody else has taken him yet. But,
Okay.
yeah. But next on the agenda is the swimming, which kind of takes us into this week's In the News. Should we do this?
Okay. Yes. Good segue, Kirk.
Oh, man. I'm doing my best here. Me and Berserko. This was on the KSDK local news. Red Cross says children with autism are 160 times more likely to drown. Swim school works to reduce risk. Today, St. Louis is keeping your family safe with a focus on swim safety this summer. Drowning is a leading cause of death for children ages 1 through 4. A recent study found children with special needs are even at higher risk. The Autism Society of Florida released a study that found that children on the spectrum are 160 times more likely to drown than kids who are considered neurotypical. Our Today in St. Louis team met with a swim instructor who shapes his lessons to fit the unique needs of all his students. Tyler Smallwood is a swim instructor in St. Louis-based British Swim School. Smallwood spends hours in the water each day to ensure that all kids can swim safely. There are lots of trust that you have to build up. There's a lot of trust that you have to build up. Excuse me. He tells a reporter, quote, "A lot of kids that come in are afraid of the water already, and that doesn't really change with kids who have special needs. If you know how to work with that, then if you know how to work through that with kids that are neurotypical, then usually you can work through with kids who have special needs." End quote. The Safety Network reports that children with ASD, Down syndrome, heart disease, and seizures like epilepsy have a greater risk of drowning. The Autism Association, National Association of Autism, reported drownings lead to 91% of deaths for children on the spectrum, 14 and younger. British Swim School is working.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot. 91.
Whoa.
Yeah. British Swim School, which is in St. Louis, just if that's confusing, is working to ensure kids of all abilities can swim safely. The big part of Britain, St. Louis, Missouri. Similar teeth. Joking, my British friends. Joking, and my St. Louis friends. Most of the kids who have special needs are actually part of our regular curriculum. The swim school's new Dolphin program will cater specifically to kids with special needs. Smallwood says, "We're looking to find parents of kids with special needs who don't feel comfortable joining the regular classes and they feel their student needs a little extra attention. We're looking to recruit those students for a program so they can have one-on-one lessons, some at reduced cost." Smallwood says communication is key for the swim lessons, and he speaks through song to teach students who have trouble communicating verbally. Smallwood explains it helps them feel familiar in an environment that they know what is coming up next if there's a song attached to the activity. Lots of singing, lots of swim aids, noodles, things like that. Sometimes we need to adjust body positioning with a child to make them feel more safe and less vulnerable in the water. British Swim School in St. Louis, Missouri, teaches kids of all abilities to float first, then swim to safety. Sensory and stimulation sensitivities persist among other challenges for student swimmers who have special needs. Smallwood says patience and flexibility are key for instructions. There are plenty of kids who are really scared of putting their face underwater. Yeah, so side note here, this is Kirk speaking, not the article. JJ, we taught him to swim at 3. He really liked the water, and that was part of the reason we moved to Texas was we could afford a pool, because at the time we were living in Connecticut, in New Milford, about an hour and a half from the city. And we can move to Texas and afford to buy a house and get a pool, and that part was productive. He did learn to swim, although he never wanted to put his face in the water, ever. He could swim, but the face had to stay out of the water. It was very interesting. So he would strain his neck to make sure neck was back, face is never in the water. So, yeah.
I kind of get that.
Yeah. I think it's like a survival instinct.
Good instincts.
Yeah. All right, back to this article.
Peter really liked the water. He loved the water.
Really?
He was my mom used to call him a little fish. He used to spend all day at the lake in the water. He used to swim all day. He's a good swimmer too. He's a better swimmer than I am, I think. But now he doesn't like it anymore. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's very interesting. My son doesn't like it as much as he used to anymore either. I don't know why exactly.
Yeah. Weird. Anyway.
Very odd. Putting their faces in the water, something they need to focus. Okay. Maybe we can use a kickboard or something like that. We can do a special activity using the arms, building the muscle memory from doing strokes before actually dealing with that super stimulating feeling of getting water on your face. Maybe that's why. Super stimulating. Learning the new school.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Learning a new skill can still be scary for anybody, says Smallwood. Most of the times, it's the parents who are really feeling the nerves when the initial swim lessons. They're worried, and a lot of parents don't see that patience in their day-to-day lives with their children, and a lot of parents don't see that patience in their day-to-day lives with their children. It's very frustrating. So when they encounter it with an instructor who takes the time to adapt to their kids, listen to the kids, and listen to advice, the gratitude is immense. Tyler Smallwood says he feels grateful to parents for their trust and the pride when his students focus on the success. Smallwood tells our reporter, you can start to care for these kids a lot after seeing them day to day. It's just a very special feeling. Well, Grandma, what do you think?
I just think it's nice to highlight people doing good work. It just shows that the understanding of autism and how to interact with it is growing, I think. And I hope more people read that article and emulate that and see that it can be done. And it's a huge resource.
Yeah,
I think every city should have a couple people like that.
Yeah, I would.
That help you.
Sorry, I have a bit of a delay. I talked over you. Go ahead, Graham.
I'm just thinking, honestly, you could make a lot of money if you just were like I'm the autism swimming coach.
Could be a job opportunity. That's a good point. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, just patience and, I don't know, get certified.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
scam these families.
Yeah, definitely don't do scams. We definitely don't encourage that. I was just gonna say
I would doubt that someone listening to this podcast would be like, ooh, that's a good opportunity for a scam.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody listening to this podcast is like, we listen to the Autastic podcast as a way to make money. It's this and then the financial news podcast. Okay. Maybe reverse the order on those. I would encourage parents to it's a kind of a pain at first for some of the kids who aren't, but I think it's an important skill to have, learning how to swim. So I would encourage, especially earlier when they are not, nonverbal and can't touch the bottom of pools. Learning how to swim is an important thing because there's an accident, somebody falls in, etc. But
I think it must feel good. You know how there's that hugging machine?
Yeah, it feels like a hug, right?
Yeah, it's just your body's fully surrounded, and I don't know.
That makes sense
I
to
think
me.
That might be one of the reasons. Yeah, but this is pure speculation. But anyway, it's just a nice article. we read a lot of like science articles and a lot of sometimes we read sad articles, and this is just a nice, good guy doing good work. It's nice.
It's great.
When you see someone, I mean, I can't speak for parents, obviously, but I can speak as a sibling who loves my brother. When I see someone interact with him in a kind way, like, even now I'm getting choked up. It's so nice. It's so nice. Anyway.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's it, guys. Our social media, it would help me a lot if you would add me on Facebook. Let my little videos, Kirk Smith Comedy on Facebook and YouTube, run on your computer. That'd be great. Share my videos. That would really help my comedy career, to help me a little behind the scenes. Before we got on here, we were talking about different careers and how the fact that I'm flying back to Iceland in a few days to get on a cruise ship, and Graham made fun of me, and it was very funny but hurtful. Now, if you could share my Facebook videos, that would help me. It wasn't that hurtful. I'm just teasing. Grandma, what do you got coming up?
I got my big shows happening in New York in September and October called Pete and Me. And yeah, it's obviously about my brother and I. And if you are in the New York area, go to my website, grahamk.com, and all the information is there. And also on Instagram, all the information is there. Would love to see you. I need to put butts in the seats. I'm renting the theater myself, and so just trying to get a little heat going myself. So I would appreciate the support. If you know somebody in the area, come tell them to go see my shows in September and October. I'll get those dates for you right now. It's September 14th, 15th, and 16th, and October 5 and 7 and 12, 13, 14. And those are weekends.
I love it. Oh, I should say that. I am in Ottawa end of August through the beginning of September, 7 days at the Absolute Comedy Club in Ottawa. And if you come out one of the nights, there's a chance maybe Pete will be there, and you can bump into Pete too.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that'd be awesome. It's a great club. You're gonna have a great time. I'm excited for you to see Ottawa.
Oh man, honestly, I'm really excited. Canada in August. Canada in August is beautiful. Yeah, I'm excited, dude. Honestly,
it's great.
I'm looking forward to low 70s.
All right. Oh, that's what's gonna be, buddy.
It's gonna be awesome.
Get ready for 73 degrees and 65 at night.
Perfect. Sounds like Sweden. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Have a great week. Yeah. You can do it.